Hello and welcome back to Plutus Property. Today we're going to have a look round our first finished project. So I hope you've enjoyed that little walk around our first project. As you can see, this is the front of the house. What I originally had done is a little walk around, tour around, explaining what each room was like, and it turns out I was talking absolute waffle. So let's have a little look around each of the rooms. I'll pull up some of the original pictures, some of the in progress work, and also some finished pictures of the property that have now been uploaded to Rightmove. So if you can believe it, this is how this property started out. Just a very dated floral carpets and wallpaper throughout. One of the main issues with dated properties is the damp you get in there. So as you'll see from this next clip, we had to take all of the plaster up to 1.2 meters in height, take all of that off so we can do an effective damp proof course throughout. So things did get significantly worse before they got better, as you'll see from the clip rolling behind this now. But as you can see, what we did was replaster the whole lot. Obviously put new windows in, which made a big difference to this room due to that large bay at the front, and really tidied the whole lot up with fresh plaster, new electrics and new plumbing. And this is what we ended up with. So I'm very happy with that. The second room is the dining room. So similar story here. Again, floral wallpaper, some really nice hardwood flooring. Sadly, we couldn't keep that because it was quite damaged. But again, we had to take all the plaster off, as you'll see, and effectively replastered the whole lot and gave it the same treatment as the room in front. As you will see with the hallway as well, we tore that to pieces by ripping out the floral carpets. Again, had to remove all of the plaster and replaster the whole lot. We removed all of the paint on the staircase, sanded that all down so we could repaint it with a wood finish, which I think looks very good. But all in all, we took everything out and replaced it to give it a sort of more modern feel for the hallway. The next area which we did a lot of work was the downstairs, what is now the toilet. So this originally was a pantry area. Wasn't really utilised, had some shelving in there. As you can see, we stripped all of that back and we turned this into the boiler room with a downstairs toilet and space for a bit of cupboard space, and generally just a useful downstairs toilet. So moving on to the kitchen, this is the area in this property which we added the most value. So this picture, as you can see in front of you, was taken from the kitchen area out into the, I guess was a dining room type area. As you can see, the boiler was on the wall there. That got moved into the downstairs toilet. We took the wall down between this area and the kitchen. The kitchen before, as you can tell with the fact that I don't have a starter photo for it, as they didn't picture it when they first sold the property to ourselves. It was very small, very dated, and the first thing we did was rip all of that out. So moving on to the in-progress pictures, and give sort of a good perspective of what we did in the property. So we took the wall down. This really opened up the area. We also found above the kitchen they put a fake ceiling in where it was a high ceiling before. So we took the ceiling out, put a Velux in, took the wall out and really gave it a complete overhaul, and what I think has produced a really modern, stylish kitchen. So this is where we added the value on the property and the area which I am most happy with. Let me know what you think about the kitchen. Something I'm quite proud of, looks great. But moving on to the upstairs. So firstly, upstairs we have the main and family bathroom for the property. Sadly, don't have the original photo when we bought the property, but as you can see, we had to strip this completely back, installing a new soil pipe. Effectively, we've replastered, repainted throughout, and really given the bathroom the 50 shades of grey treatment, ranging from white to lighter grey to black tiling. So quite like this use of space. I think it looks very good. But yeah, it was a bit of a challenge squeezing it all in there. Let's have a little look around the upstairs bedrooms. So upstairs, got the same treatment throughout. We're able to maintain quite a lot of the plaster here, only having to skim over the top rather than remove all of the plaster and go back to brick. We were then able to just skim over the top and then paint. We removed all of the paint from the banister, spindles, staircase to give that a nice clean finish, and sanded it right down, so that looks almost new. And through each of the bedrooms we replumbed, obviously, with new radiators, new windows, painted it with a nice clean whitish tone to give it sort of the feel of a new build type house, with the grey skirting boards. All in all, I'm very happy with how this first project has turned out. So big shout out to all the trades that worked on this project with us. Special shout out to Barry, who did a lot of the work with removing the walls, installing the kitchen, installing the bathroom. So a lot of thank goes to him for the quality of finish. So with this being our first project, we did learn a lot of lessons as we progressed through. So what I'm going to do is a little video on the bits that I found the most helpful throughout this build project, and put that into a separate video. So if you want to catch that, that will come shortly. One of the things I would point out is I am not a fantastic designer, and for those who know me personally, you'll know that I'm not a fantastically creative mind. So if you have got anything, ideas, and you're someone that likes to design sort of houses, let us know how you'd have done the colour scheme and the general design of the property, because this was more of a safe but clean approach to the design. So if you're into that sort of thing, let us know what you'd have done in the comments below, or drop us a message. If you did enjoy how this project has turned out, drop us a like down below. We have a second project finishing shortly, so make sure you subscribe to get any updates on that, and a couple of videos will follow in the next couple of weeks on that project. So that's a little bit different, a little 2-bed house, but I will join you next week on our next update video.